Okay, YouTube, it's a bit late, and I'm tired, I gotta go to bed, because I gotta wake up early tomorrow, but I got another Hardtruths for you. Yeah, one day I'm ready to see these two shows. What a surprise. Don't expect this a lot. I know I have a lot of free time, but tomorrow and Friday, I'm gonna be working volunteer work from like 9 to 3, so it's gonna be hard to see, validation, and the era of honor begins. Sorry, this is not on my list. I will update my list in a little bit. So let's quickly get to the shows. Overall, I thought both were pretty much very good shows. Pretty much in the Jerry Lynn era. I think I'm pretty much fine with the Jerry Lynn era, except for Take No Prisoners, which I thought was okay to good. I think I gave it like a 7.25, 7.5. Every other show has been pretty much good from what I've seen so far. So let's get to first the Homecoming 2. Also, is another good show by Ring of Honor. We start off with Egotistico, Fantastico versus Rasche Brown. I was just saying about this match. Didn't really like it too much. It's only 6 minutes. There's not much to the match. I'm gonna give it like a star, 3/4. It would be like 2 stars, I think, but the ending came out of nowhere. It was botched, and Rasche Brown was dominating the whole time. And Egotistico Fantastico gets this roll up out of nowhere, and what? I really don't like finishes like that. 1 3/4 stars. Then we get to Aries and Titus versus Young and Payne. This was a very good match, 3.5 stars. This should have opened up the show by far. This really showed off Silas a lot. Made Alex Payne look a little weak, especially when Aries we started the match with Alex Payne, and then Alex Payne tagged in Young, and after a few minutes with Young, Aries is like, get Payne back in here, and Lynn goes, you want Payne? Well, too bad, you gotta deal with me. That makes Payne it makes Payne look like the weakling that no one wants, and B, it makes Payne look like he's not as good as Silas Young. And it's never good to be known in ROH to not be as good as a guy who's not even that far in the company. Not that far at all. Although they're working on a great role with Silas Young, they're working on a great role with Silas Young, where in the last show, Cut Above, he beat up Matt Cross after the match. Because Matt Cross cost him the win, and he beats up Alex Payne because Alex Payne got pinned. Kind of beating up not really the new guys, just the guys who aren't really high above in Ring of Honor, and showing that he's kind of the best of the young guys, which I like. Then we get to 3 match: Castagnoli, Jacobs, and Roderick Strong. This was a very, very, very funny, fun match. 3.5 stars. The match itself was only 6 minutes, and it was probably only 3 stars. The crowd made this match awesome. It made it really funny. Basically, every time Jimmy Jacobs breaks out an eye patch, and for those of you who know ROH with Claudio Castagnoli, since he's a heel, every time he does something, the crowd goes, hey! Well, they would go, hey! For him, they would go, woo! For Roderick Strong, and since Jimmy Jacobs had an eye patch, they would go, arr! It was so funny to see the fans go, arr! And then Jimmy Jacobs Castagnoli goes, let's do the move at the same time, and they can't say anything. And then they would just kick, and then Castagnoli would kick, and then Jimmy would kick, and then Castagnoli would kick, and it would be, arr! Arr! And then it got to the point where whenever Jimmy was getting the pin, the referee would count. When he would go 1, 2, the crowd would go, arr! Arr! Laugh out loud funny. Probably not as funny as Danielson Omega, even though that was kind of a bit over the top. But still, a really funny match in Ring of Honor. And I definitely recommend checking out this video because of that match, because you will laugh so hard. And then a great promo by Tyler Black and Jimmy Jacobs after the match. 3.5 stars. Dark City Fight Club, Phoenix Twins, 2 1/4. Phoenix Twins look a little good in this match. Dark City Fight Club just kind of this is one of those HD matches they had where they just kind of wrestled for 5 minutes. They kind of just owned. Although Phoenix Twins did better than Cheech and Cloudy and a bunch of other teams I saw the Dark City Fight Club just destroy. Still 2 1/4 stars. Danielson, Jimmy Rave. I'm gonna give this 3 1/4. I did enjoy it. Obviously, I had high hopes because I loved their match at the 4th anniversary show. So, but this was still pretty good watchable match. I did not like it at first. And I rewatched it, and I thought, it was a pretty good match. 3 1/4 stars. Chris Tyler Black. This is probably match of the night or the tag team match. I haven't really decided. It was a very, very, very good match. Gotta give Chris props. I never really liked the guy, but with this show and the next show, he really impressed me. So, yeah, definitely gotta give Chris his props there. 3 3/4. Very entertaining match by both these guys. They both did a great job. American Wolves versus Kevin Steen and Jay Briscoe, 2 3 falls match. I kind of was a little left out with this match. It was 3 3/4. It didn't really get good though till the last 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes was kind of just there. And also what I hate about 2 3 falls matches in this one, there's 2 ways you can go. You can either have the first fall, 10 minutes, the second fall, 10 minutes, the third fall, 2 minutes, which is what they did in this match. What I prefer is the first fall, 2 minutes, then the second fall, 10 minutes, and the third fall, 10 minutes. You gotta build up to the third fall. Keep going back and forth. For this one, they did the second fall, and then 2 minutes later, they ended it. And also, you know, like, I don't like giving away spoilers, but the American Wolves won this match. Obviously, it was for the tag titles. And if you follow ROH, you know they didn't win the titles in April. They didn't lose the titles in April, I mean. And so, like, they made Kevin Steen submit. And then 2 minutes later, they pinned Jay Briscoe. It was like, you know, I didn't like it too much. If it was the other way around, like if they won the first fall, the Kevin Steen won the second, they won the third, it would have worked better for me. For me, it kind of looked like, you know, kind of owned them both up right there. But it was still, you know, a very fun match. 3 3/4, very good match. Could easily be a match tonight. I can't really decide between that and Hero and Black. Drilling Colt Cabana. This is a very good match, I thought. 3.5 stars. Colt Cabana worked great here. Great. And Jerry Lynn, you know, proving that he is very underrated with his title reign. I mean, with this and with Never Say Die and with Cut Above, he has just put on consistently great matches, and he doesn't get credit for it, which is a shame. Yeah, this is overall a very good show by Ring of Honor on Homecoming 2. I'm gonna give it an 8.25. I think it's better than a Cut Above. I think a Cut Above might be a little better. It's a toss up in my opinion, but this is still a very good show for Ring of Honor. Homecoming 2. I recommend you go check it out. Next we get Never Say Die from Ring of Honor. This was another very good show, I thought. This one didn't have a lot of matches. It only had 7 matches, where this show had 8, and I believe a Cut Above had 9, and Don't Feature 2 had 8. And Super Card of Honor had a lot, so it was finally nice to see like ROH shorten their shows. It was only like 2 hours and 20 minutes. This one was 3 hours. Double Feature 2 was 3.5 hours. The show's been getting pretty long. I'm glad this one was a lot shorter. Delirious Ricky Reyes. This is probably like people saying the best Ricky Reyes has ever looked, and I disagree with like Sanders Robin and Honor 26. Yeah, they're giving like 2 1/4. I personally think this is a good 2 3/4 star match. And I was watching this match with AJ on 34, and I suggested giving it 3 stars. I was tempted to give it 3 stars, but no, I think 2 3/4 is a very fair rating. I thought it was a very entertaining opener, and definitely from what I've seen, like I know you had the high hopes theory. My hopes, you know, I expected a better opener. Well, my hopes for Ricky Reyes putting on a match this good was low, so to see him actually do it, that made me impressed. Rhett, Titus, Kenny King was a Super Smash Bros. Love the Super Smash Bros. Here. I'm going to give it 3 1/4. It was only like 10 minutes. It was kind of short, but it was still a very enjoyable match. The Super Smash Bros. Got a please come back chant because they just did a lot in this match. They proved that they were my favorite tag team in Chikara, and they're rising to be my favorite tag team in independent wrestling. They just got to beat the American Wolves and come see El Generico. Not really an easy task. But yeah, they showed some stuff in this match that were really impressive. 3 1/4. We're going to get Jay Briscoe Necro Butcher. This was okay. I'm going to say 2 1/4. It was kind of an enjoyable match. Maybe 2 stars, actually, because I did not like the ending too much. I thought the Embassy coming in and beating on Necro Butcher while Jay Briscoe was out in the crowd. I don't even remember why Necro Butcher was against the Embassy. Oh, yeah. Now I know why I hated it. Because in the extra match in this DVD, it's Grizzly Weber versus Ernie Osiris. And Necro Butcher interfered, helping Ernie Osiris, and the Embassy took offense to that. Good God, that was a match on the extras that you clearly did not care too much about to put on the extra show. Well, it was also 2 minutes. And most people don't even watch the show. Most people watch the extra match after the show. So, like, it was just kind of like you're beating up Necro Butcher because he saved Grizzly Redwood. I don't know. It sounds like a really weak argument, but I just didn't buy that they would hate him that much because he saved Grizzly Redwood. I could be wrong. Maybe there's something else that happened in ROH that I'm not remembering at this moment on why they beat up Necro Butcher at that time, but whatever. Davey Richards kind of seen this on a regular ROH DVD. This would be match 9. That says something. ROH has great DVDs, but that's it. But we got to go to the main event. This is a great match. 4 stars. I agree with Sanders Robin. If they had a little more time and they had done, you know, like they didn't do the spot waiting theory, which you guys know I hate. Like when Kevin Steen fell off the ladder to the table, he lied there for a good 2 minutes. I'm like, you should have gotten up after, at least Davey Richards should have put you back in the ring. I think after 30, I think that's fair. And like, they did a little bit too much waiting after the big spots, but it was still a very enjoyable match, very fun match. Truly great match. Davey Richards is probably ROH's, one of ROH's best, no, I'm not going to say one of, he probably is ROH's best talent at this moment. I could say that with a straight face. Okay, maybe not, but I seriously believe, like AJ was saying, if anyone can go to the WTNA, it has to be Davey Richards. No one looks better than him. No one's got the better looks. No one really has the mic skills of Davey Richards are. Wow. And, you know, he makes the crowd, he can get the crowd to hate him a lot. And it's just, well, I guess not, because we all cheer him because he's such a great wrestler. But he truly is possibly ROH's great best talent right now. 4 stars. Danielson, Sanjay, Eddie Edwards. This was a good match. 3.5 stars. Not much to say, and not really much to talk about except Sanjay that got a please come back chant. 6-man tag, also not a lot to talk about. 3 stars, maybe even 2 3/4. It was okay to good. Got a little boring at points, but it was still, you know, a decent match to check out here. Then we get to Gerald and Chris Hero. This match was great. 4 1/4. This match was tremendous. I thought nothing could beat a cut above. I thought Gerald can have a better match than they did a cut above, and he did. This is Gerald's best match. I mean, maybe not his best match on ROH. Definitely his best match on his title run. This is probably Chris Hero's best match from what I've seen. This was a damn good match. Overall, there's 2 4-star matches on the CD. I really want to give it an 8.5, but I'm going to stick with an 8.25. Again, like all the other ones, but it's still a very good show. Check them both out. Never Say Die and The Homecoming 2. Sorry, no plug today. I just don't have the time, and I'm kind of tired. I got to go to bed. I'm Bigrat310. I'm out, guys. See ya.